There is no shadow of a doubt. There's absolutely no coincidence that the Trump indictment came down on the same day that Republicans gained access to an FBI document alleging President Joe Biden was involved in a bribery scheme when he was vice president. This is meant to distract the American people from alleged Biden family corruption, and of course is nothing more than a political hit job to take down Joe Biden's leading Republican opponent, Donald Trump. Joining me now, member of the House Oversight and Accountability Committee, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, you guys got eyeballs on that document. Now we hear there may be two or three. You get eyeballs on these documents that may tie a Biden, if not the Biden, the big guy. The same day there's an indictment that's handed down. Congressman, any coincidence in your mind?
No, not in my mind. Been around this town long enough to see that the number one thing everybody wants to try to do is control the news cycle, control the narrative. So no, it's not a shock to me at all that something like this could occur, because having read that FBI document, it is damning. As much as people want to say, oh, this indictment might be serious, let me tell you, this FBI report is a damning report. First of all, they had us go to a secure facility where we read classified information to read an unclassified document. If there was nothing to see here, why would FBI go to such lengths? Then you actually read the document. And when you read the document, one thing that becomes crystal clear is that the people at Burisma knowingly paid $5 million to Hunter, $5 million to Joe Biden, so that Joe Biden would use the power of his office as vice president to pressure Ukraine to fire the prosecutor who was looking into Burisma.
So
now, why is this so important?
Allow me. This is super important.
Sure.
So many people want to hear this. The tie. How strong is the tie? You made the leap that the document shows, or the whistleblower says, that he has information, he or she has information that ties it to Joe Biden specifically. How is that tie? Is there emails? Is there email trail? Is he named as Joe Biden? Is he named as the vice president? Or we've heard Mr. 10%, we've heard the big guy. How is Joe Biden implicated, at least named in the document that you saw?
Well, let me be clear on this one. You have a confidential human source. This confidential human source is one of the most credible sources the FBI has. The FBI has paid this person hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're still on the payroll, apparently, of the FBI. So this is one of their most credible sources that they have. Number two, the source, as it appears to me, is in direct conversation with the individual over in Burisma, and they say that the pathway of flowing the money to Joe Biden, who is named, by the way, to flow it to Joe Biden is to run it through a series of accounts that it would take investigators 10 years to find. When you couple that with the fact that we know that Hunter Biden and Jim Biden have been funneling money through the various LLCs to members of the families through all these different shell companies, it's the same modus operandi. The point we try to make is that if the FBI actually was looking at this document seriously, then that's all the cause you need to open an investigation. They didn't do that because somewhere, somehow, that document got put into a box and was deemed misinformation. We now know that is not true.
That is amazing. I think this is the first we're hearing an actual smoking gun. The way you describe it, Congressman, is the smoking gun that links Joe Biden by name, to some 5 or 10, who knows how many millions of dollars of payment. It's fantastic because now oversight says it. They see it. They recommend, you guys, I assume, will recommend an investigation opened up by the Department of Justice. Where does it go from there? Explain to the American people how you really, this time, get the perp walk people are so looking for.
Well, look, I think at this point, oversight's going to continue to do their work, but the Department of Justice needs to actually issue and have a special counsel look into this. You can't have the Department of Justice look into it because, let's be very clear, Merrick Garland would rather investigate parents who care about their children's education than actually uphold the rule of law. So I'm not sure that's in his purview what he wants to do. So you got to have a special counsel be brought into this, so they have the full arm and ability to investigate this matter and not be caught up with the politics that are unfortunately at the political level of the Department of Justice and the FBI.
This is absolutely stunning, groundbreaking, Congressman. You know, we heard rumors of links to the big guy and rumors of this document being important. Again, confidential informant, folks, means he's qualified. He or she is qualified. The FBI trusts this person for whatever reason. They trust what he says or she says. Congressman, really good having you on, and thankful that you're on that committee. Hope to bring you back as this unfolds. Wow, this is big stuff. Thank you, Congressman Byron Donalds, for being here.
Anytime.